Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to start Unit 8 Lesson 1 and the title of the unit is Saving the Turtles. I'm going to read the text first. At the top we have a question that why is Sarah organizing a fundraiser? I will give you answer at the end of the lesson. First I will have to read the text, then I will give you the answer. Okay, let's start from the text. Grandma, did you enjoy your stay at the Turtle Conservation Project? Conservation means for the protection. Sarah, yes thanks Grandma. I'm giving a talk about it next week. You must both come. Grandpa, of course, I would like to hear about the turtles. Sarah, the project is trying to collect money. I would like to help, but I don't know how. Grandma, what about organizing a fundraiser on a Saturday morning? Sarah, I could do that. Yes, I think that's a really good idea. Grandma, how about having a bring and buy stall? People can give things they don't want to the stall. Then they can buy other things that they like. Grandpa, you could always have a cake stall. Grandma, your mom and I could make lots of cakes for you to sell. Grandpa, and I could come and buy some. Grandma, not too many or you will look like a turtle yourself. Well, students, it is actually a kind of conversation among grandmother, grandfather and Sarah. Sarah is actually going to give a talk about Turtle Conservation Project. In the next week, she wants to collect some money for them and grandma suggests her to raise money through bring and buy stalls. She also suggests that she can arrange a cake stall with the help of her mother. In this way, they will be able to collect a lot of money for the turtles. Now at the top we have a question, why is Sarah organizing a fundraiser? Now open your copies and you have to write down the answer. Like, answer is Sarah is organizing a fundraiser to collect money for the Turtle Conservation Project. Now come to question number 2. Here you have to give the answers of the question and here you have 4 questions. First one is who is giving a talk about what, and the answer is Sarah is giving a talk about the Turtle Conservation Project. Second question is who needs money? The answer is Sarah needs money. Third question, who is going to collect some money and how? Sarah is going to collect money through bring and buy stalls. Okay, what do you know about turtles? Answer is turtles are sea creatures which can also live on land. They are in danger of extinction. Extinction means something which is in danger of coming to end. So we have done question 2. Now come to question 1. You have to write the plural nouns on the correct lines below. Here you are given 2 lines and you have to pick up the corresponding plurals from the table. Like in the first line you can see that when the Y is preceded by vowel you have to add S at the end, like boys, donkeys, journeys, keys and valleys. And when the Y is preceded by any consonant, consonants are the letters which are not vowels. These are called consonants. And then the plural will be by ending the IES, like cities, countries, fairies, ladies. Here are 2 groups of nouns. Well, some kinds of nouns like knife. In these nouns, when we convert them into plurals, they convert into VES, like knife, knives, loof, loofs, wife, wives. And some other irregular plurals like child converts into children, man, men, woman, women. Now again we have to complete the sentence with singular or plural noun from exercise 1 and 2. Then listen and check your answers. Well, you have to complete the sentence from the singular and plural from the exercise 1 and 2. Okay. One day a boy got on the bus to go to the city. He wanted to buy a scarf for his mother. He had a little money in his bag, about 80 pence. His father warned him before he left home, be careful with your money and your journey. There are a lot of thieves in the city. Two men were traveling along the country track in a valley between two hills. They were taking a calf to market on a cart pulled by two oxen. "We have a big problem with mice," said one man to another. "They are eating the rice in the storeroom. Soon there will be none left for our geese." So I have already done it for you. Now come to next lesson. It is lesson 3, unit 8. I'm going to read the text for you first. Parveen and I have just arrived at Marine Turtle Project. It is at Hawke's Bay, near Karachi. We are going to stay here for a few days and help the Sindh Wildlife Department set up the Marine Turtle Project in 1979. Before that, the number of turtles in Pakistan was falling. Falling means decreasing. Now turtles cannot be hunted or killed for food, and the eggs cannot be collected. The project has been a great success. A few hundred turtles came ashore to lay their eggs in 1979, but over 1,000 came in 2004. Well, in this lesson, we came across that it is about the conservation measures taken by the Sindh Wildlife Department. The project was started in 1979 to refrain people from killing the turtles. Before the project, only a few hundred turtles came ashore to lay eggs, but in 2004 their number increased to thousands. Now come to the text. Dr. Fahmida Firdaus has been working at the SWD since 1980. She loves the turtles and her nickname is the Turtle Lady of Karachi. She says turtles have existed, means present, since the age of the dinosaurs. That's about 100 million years. She visits schools and shows a DVD of the conservation work. Conservation is protection. She tells the children how important the turtles are. There are several problems for the turtles, most of them caused by humans. Many turtles become trapped, means caught, in fishing nets. Then they become poisoned by pollution in the ocean. Furthermore, people are building more huts near the beaches, so the turtles cannot find sandy banks to dig their nests. Some poachers are the hunters. They steal turtle eggs or kill adult turtles for food. Well, in these lines we have came across that Dr. Fahmida has been working for Sindh Wildlife Department since 1980, and she creates awareness among people about conservation of turtles. Turtles are facing actually many problems due to humans, like they are trapped into the fishing nets, or sometimes some poachers kill them for the food. Come to the text. Although they are called green turtles, their actual color is blackish brown or greenish yellow. They can grow up to 1.5 meters long and weigh up to 200 kilograms. They eat seagrass at the bottom of the sea. While we were there, we went out and collected eggs. Each of us watched an adult female turtle walk into the sand dunes. Dunes means small hills. Then we watched quietly while she laid her eggs in the sand and covered them. When she had left and gone back to the sea, we marked the site with a stick. The next stage was to uncover the eggs. If we left them in the sand, wild dogs would take them up and eat them. So we uncovered them very gently means softly, put them in boxes and carried them back to the reserve. There we buried them in holes in pens. Pens are actually some small grill boxes where the dogs cannot get at them. The turtles will hatch out. Hatch out means come out of their eggs in about 40 to 60 days time. Well, the greatest danger for the turtles in the wild is when they are tiny, means small. First they hatch out of their eggs, which are buried in the sand. Then they must come up to the surface and crawl tens of meters down to the edge of the sea. At this time, birds fly over the beaches. Swoop down means come down and pick up the baby turtles. I asked another helper, why can't we carry the baby turtles down to the edge of the sea? Then they said, then they will only have a short walk to the water. I learned that the baby turtles have to walk themselves because as they walk, their flippers means fins, become stronger. If we carried them into the water, they would not be able to swim because their flippers would be too weak. Well, we learned a lot at the reserve. Well, in these lines, we have read that while the girls were staying at the reserve, they collected turtle eggs and kept them in the pens in reserve. So they will be protected from the wild dogs. When the baby turtles hatch out of their eggs, they have to face many problems, like they have to crawl tens of meters to reach the edge of the sea. At that time, birds can swoop down and pick them up. The baby turtles have to walk themselves to make their flippers strong. If we carry them to the water, they would not be able to swim because their flippers would be too weak. So next we have done with lesson. Now come to the next question. Here we have to mark the sentences true and false and correct the false one, right? We have to tell whether the statement is true or false, and then we have to correct the false statement. Okay, first one is more turtles are haunted and killed in Pakistan than before. The statement is false, so we have to correct it like less turtles are haunted and killed in Pakistan than before. Second statement is more turtles come ashore to lay their eggs than before. It is true. Third one, turtles eat fish. It is false. We have to correct it like turtles eat seagrass. Fourth, adult turtles usually lay their eggs at the bottom of the seabed. It is false. Adult turtles usually lay their eggs in the sand dunes. Fifth, Sarah collected turtle eggs and brought them back to the reserve. It is true. Sixth one, when the turtles come out of their eggs, their flippers are not very strong. It is true. Come to question 3. Here you have to complete the sentences with words from the textbook. We have came across some words in the text, so we have to pick them up from the text and we have to fill them up here. First one is pollution is caused when ships spill oil at sea. Second one is poachers are people who kill animals or collect eggs illegally. Third one is turtles lay eggs when they are adult. Sarah marked the site of the nest with a stick. Fifth, when baby bird or turtles came out of their eggs, they hatch out. It is safe to keep the eggs in pens than to leave them out in the wild. Seventh, turtles and babies crawl on the ground. When a bird swoops down, it flies down very quickly through the air. Move to next page. Okay. Come to page number 45. Here a tiny poem is given and you are given some words. You have to fill them up. Oh dear, oh dear, oh, what shall I do? There's a tiny little dinosaur in my shoe. Her teeth are sharp and her head's like a rock. When I put my feet in, she chewed my sock. Her skin is tough and her tail is long and her tiny ripply muscles are ever so strong. And I want to go out, but what can I do with the tiny little dinosaur in my shoe? Again, you have second question. You are given some words. You have to fill up the blanks by using these words. Turtles in trouble. Okay. Secondly, I have already done it for you. You have to pick up the words from the word bank, which is given at the top. Firstly, poachers visit the nesting beaches in order to steal the turtle eggs. Secondly, many turtles become trapped in fishing nets. Others are killed by fishermen. In addition, new housing and hotels are built close to the sea. When This happens, turtles cannot use those beaches for their nests. On the other hand, in Pakistan, the number of turtles has increased in recent years. Laws against the killing of turtles and collecting the eggs have helped. In other countries, however, turtles are not protected. Therefore, all countries should agree to protect their turtles. So lesson is done. Thank you.